Well, we're just gonna have a laugh and try popping a used windshield in this thing. By having a laugh, we mean like really have a miserable time, right? This is gonna be a pretty rough job actually, because I want to save the rubber, so we can't, and there's a certain amount of moldings that have to come off to do this, but it's all right. Good practice for other ones of these cars. And we're in a nothing to lose kind of situation here, I would say. Hey?
No, we don't want to wreck the windshield.
We'll have to pull the wipers too. That's not how they're supposed to sit anyway. Okay. Best way to do this is Grandpa gets up.
You want me to get in there and kick my feet up there?
Well, somebody has to.
There we go.
Okay.
There's part of it.
Nicely done.
Oh.
Are we stuck?
No, I just want to pull this up too much. But I guess it really doesn't matter along that part. There we go.
Look at that, eh? Just hanging in there. Uh-oh. Just... I don't think that qualifies as collectible.
That's...
Oh, the styrofoam cup is old.
That's authentic.
This is gonna just fall out, I think. Let's get on the other side. Okay. Oh, I gotta go over the other side because that door isn't open. Christ. The interior of this car is fucking gross.
It's gonna need a slight dusting.
This is fun. I don't know. Okay, hang on.
Oh yeah.
You alright?
Oh yeah.
Carefully.
There.
Okay. Bottom down here. Bring it out. And bottom down. Where are we gonna put them?
Oh, some sort of...
Just cleaning the glass out of the car makes a huge difference.
Just...
Sand some time.
He's a...
Way to swim by.
Yeah. You might need a vacuum.
Yeah. But for now.
She's gonna need a light.
The whole car needs a light going out. Okay, do you want to help? Am I any good in here or what?
I think we could probably pull it out from out here.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Don't think he needs
I don't need to spend a lot more time in there than necessary.
No.
That'll do it. Nice. It'd be silly not to vacuum that, right? Wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think we should. If we don't now,
Yeah,
the
let's
guy's gonna regret it. Joint venture.
Everything's a joint venture. Holy, this fits like a bag of ass. What the fuck? Am I beating you? Am I winning?
Yeah, well.
Okay, let's just worry mostly about the bottom one here. For now. We want to try and get it settling in there. Okay, so let's go get the glass.
Action.
Very production. Okay, well, this is watch the shit above you.
Oh yeah.
Straight up in the air.
Come on.
Okay, and just worry about the center at the bottom. That's all we care about. You come ahead more. Good. Slowly lean it back. Okay. Support it right here. Yeah, and down. Okay, hang on a second. We need something that's not a big ass friggin' screwdriver. Oh wait, no we don't. Okay, squeeze. And lay it back more against the car. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's
There, it's kind of like just sitting there now.
okay. Now, how far are you overlapping? With the side of the car?
Oh, it can go your way a little bit, I would think.
Okay.
And that would make this fit better.
Yeah. The secret is we're not putting any weight on nothing.
There, yeah, that's much better.
Okay, I gotta go inside. I'm gonna come around to your side because the door is open. I'm also gonna take some kind of putty action here.
Bondo scrapery type thing or whatever.
Yeah, just to get in there.
Well, how long has that been?
How long did that take? Way too long.
Not that long. I mean,
8 months. Months later. Oops. And he smashes the screwdriver into it to finish the job. What the fuck? It's amazing how fast you can zip these in. Look at that, compared to putting those strips in. This rubber, 50 some, 60 years old, boom, just zips right back in. Did you do a good job with this window? Not really. Is it in? Yes. Is it going to keep water out? Mostly.
more than what a giant hole would.
More than a giant hole. Yeah. Wow, look at. Well, it's got one bullseye, but if that's all it has, that's a really good windshield. Because I'll shine up the mold.
Man, look at how nice that is.
Oh, I gotta get the inside again though. I got
Yeah.
shit all over it. Not that I'm complaining. Look at that piece of glass. It's actually really quite decent. Can we get that shit in there? Well, we got the glass in, and that's a huge improvement. Just giving it the very crudest once over. Just so that it's not so gross to work on, and I'll probably start looking for a hood and fender fairly soon. But meanwhile, if the car has to sit outside, at least it's not going to get filled up with water anymore. That's no good. There's after cleaning half the deck lid, so it's an improvement, but that is never going to look good. This paint's days of looking good are long gone. Nevertheless, we will carry on. Let's have a look. It's got one little nick in it, but really a huge improvement on gigantic gaping hole. Since it's going outside tomorrow, let's get the fender off. Windshield review. Pretty happy though. That's massively improved, hey? Ooh, nah. Yeah. Anyway, that's not this fender. I'm gonna grade as poor to very poor. Oh, this is gonna be a bitch. There's so many little screws. These fenders, all this shit is screwed on. Oh well, it was, not so much anymore. Look at all the pieces are just trashed. All those nice moldings just all twisted up. Yeah, that's rough. I don't know. Car does have a certain meanness with that, but no, it's not good enough for our fucking quality car lot, eh?
You got standard stuff.
That's right. We got quality cars here. A couple beers later, how we doing? Plymouth fender. Putting up a bit of a battle, hey? It's putting up a fair fight. So we've decided we're gonna try and get as much of the grill out of the way. Just made more difficult by so many of the bolts being in different places than they were. Anyway, that's we're close, I think, to pulling it off.
Huh?
Which one is it? Oh, okay. We need to put two nuts together and back that out of there. Right? So, find some nuts. Thought we'd have a look today at this sweet 1966 Suzuki S-32-2. I bought this at a garage sale 15 or 20 years ago for next to nothing, and it was just sitting around in my barn, so I gave it to my brother to put it together, and he's done a really nice job with it. I thought we should have a quick look. It's a 150cc twin. This would have been maybe $300-400 new. I think if anybody knows differently, they can obviously let us know. And I think probably not a lot of them left, certainly not in Canada, where something like this would have been bought and ridden for a few seasons and more or less discarded when the rider of the litter broke it. Here's a look at the service manual for the 150 series. Actually really good to have. As it turns out, the -2 means there was a lot of modifications done to the original S-32, which ran, we're not sure, probably 64.5, and this is the second edition with a bunch of modifications. And then the service manual supplement, which actually corrected some mistakes in the first manual.
So the S-32 manual was invaluable. I mean, for the $25 it cost on eBay. It's interesting that it's got some images of the bike. The original ones, they show a left and right side view and the specifications of the bike. You can see this is different from the S-32-2. You see before us the front fender is different and the front brake is different as well. And here's the supplemental manual that shows the modifications again to the S-32-2, where the front fender is different, more like the one we have here, and the front brakes are different as well. They made numerous changes on these bikes to fix seizing issues and overheating and other performance-related problems.
So like a lot of things, it's good to have the last model, or the last iteration of this model.
Yeah. I think this is probably the last year they produced it in '66. I can't find any reference to a '67. Maybe some viewers know better than we do, but we feel it's probably the end of the production run. Performance specifications, torque, rear wheel torque in gear, fuel consumption at RPM, and you can see the performance
fuel
curve.
Consumption goes down for a while.
Yeah, at right around peak torque, it's the lowest fuel consumption.
And it looks like she maxes at what, 16 horsepower?
Yeah, it's interesting. You can see it from
it's more horsepower than the deux chevaux that we just tested.
4,000 from 2,500 RPM to 8,000. It's a pretty steep climb. The bike is as zippy as it. The
so
specs
you want to be
indicate.
riding this above 4,000 RPM, really?
You hardly can let the clutch out at less than 4,000. It's like an F1 car, BRM or something.
Yeah. It's not a chugger.
Yeah, not a lot of flywheel there. In fact,
a,
there's virtually no flywheel. It's just the clutch cage. That's it. Very, very light.
Yeah, very little flywheel.
Yeah. The bike has a theoretical top speed. It says of 130 kilometers per hour at 10,000 RPM. I find that to be exceptionally generous. Myself, I have yet to indicate 100 kilometers an hour, but I think you managed it.
I got 100 out of it pretty easily. But I didn't spend all winter building it.
Yeah, aerodynamics plays a role. I was very fortunate to have two machines because I was able to go through them and just select the parts that made the most sense to use in a finished one, and then reassembled the parts bike, and it's back in the line. But
yeah, we always say don't attempt to restore anything without 2 or 3 of them. Note to self. No, it's safe.
One interesting thing on this was the chain guard. These bikes must have sold in huge volumes in Southeast Asia, Thailand and Malaysia and places like that, because that chain guard was not with the bike, but I was able to order one by model. Same with the seat cover. A seat.
Yeah, they must have sold somewhere, because even
Parts
though
were
I've
still
never
available.
seen one, you can still buy parts new. Like some of them anyway.
Yeah, I bought brand new foot grips or foot peg rubbers, but that's probably fits millions of bikes. But the chain guard had to be modified slightly to fit this, but even then, the fact that it was available.
Yeah, just that there was anything at all.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah. Some nice styling touches on these that we don't see before or after. The little chrome deflector there is really cool. The shape of the taillight is really quite nice, and especially the headlight. I think these are called a tombstone style headlight for obvious reasons. Really a nice looking piece there, and in typical style of the time, the speedometer is integrated in this extremely delicate plastic housing, which we were very lucky that was intact. And is that the original key?
That's the original ignition. I had to have keys made for it
Oh, okay.
because they were broken.
Yeah, okay.
But the steering dampener, that all functions. All the pieces
Oh
were
yeah,
there between
these
the two
are just
bikes.
a friction damper that you tighten up, because I guess they were prone to a little bit of a wobble, so you can tighten that
I
right
would
up.
suggest, in my riding experience with this thing, it's that the steering is so light and so fast that you almost need to add some friction to keep it from
Flipping over.
turning too fast on you. I mean, it
Yeah.
seems stable at speed. It just it turns so easily because the bike is so light. I think it's 275 pounds.
Yeah.
It holds 10 liters.
She runs 20 to 1. I'm surprised how little it smokes. Are we just running modern
You
oil?
want to show them the fuel gauge?
Is there a gauge?
Yeah.
What?
There.
Bullshit.
Check it out.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, that's a nice touch. I did not know.
Yeah.
There's your fuel level. Yeah. Okay. I had no idea that was even there. That's really cool. And these have been added to in order to plate the bike. They're removable, but those are not our idea. That's just bureaucracy.
Twin leading shoe, very effective.
Yeah,
front.
very nice, very British looking setup here, actually. A lot of early Japanese stuff was copied from contemporary British machinery, and
Nice little grease zerk.
very nice little setup, and you know, fun to play with and adjust and get her dialed in. And the brakes are actually quite good for what it is. I mean, you're certainly you don't feel nervous riding it, not at any level at all. It's really a treat to ride. And the shifting is strange. Walk us through that.
Yeah.
Strange to today's shifters.
I've never had a bike with this pattern. It's 4 down. There is no shift up. Neutral is all the way to the top, and then you just keep pounding it down through the gears.
Yeah, so that takes a little getting used to, but not too much. You just have to remember what you're on, you know. Remember
It
which
does
bike
not have
you're
a
riding.
circular box where you can go from fourth back to neutral and then to
Right,
first.
yeah.
Like
So a
some
lot
of
of
the
the
Japanese
some of the
market had
smaller
that.
stuff had circular box, which was actually pretty clever when you're just going up through the gears and stopping. And does not have signal lights.
No front brake light, so it's. And
Oh
signals.
yeah, and no front brake switch. So it's rear brake. If you want the taillight to come on, you got to remember to use the back brake. Surprisingly, a few repop parts were available. These little Suzuki badges, very good, because the originals just turned to dust in about 6 months. And these here, somebody's actually bought her to cast reproductions,
Yeah,
and
some
they're
gentleman in
very,
Australia makes
very
them.
nicely done. So kudos to that fellow who's selling these. What colors were these offered in? This one was black from new.
They were black, red, and blue, I think, were the color choices you had.
Yeah, I think the black looks the best.
And I'm pretty sure they all had silver front fenders.
Yeah, that makes sense. And the starter and generator are the same piece on this, which is actually very clever. And
It has a neutral light and a charge indicator. The F, I have no idea what that does. It doesn't light up. There's no reference to it in the manual. It's just,
weird.
it has that. But, and this, I don't know where they came up with this 60 miles an hour is equal to 2240. That is complete fantasy.
Yeah, it's
They
more
may have
like
parts
twice
bins
that
this stuff. Because 60 miles an hour is probably closer to 7,500 RPM. Either
Yeah.
way, it has
Strange.
on with headlight and then park, which is a nice feature. Your tail light's on and park, and then on with the headlight, and then just on, and high beam indicator.
Yeah, built right in there. And this is just a rubber bung, right?
Yep.
That just pulls out
Yeah,
like a
just-
cork, so that's kind of fun. Good that the rubber's in
tank
good
had
shape.
a bit of surface rust in it, which is the reason it's running filters until I put 2 or 3 tanks of fuel through it. I'm just going to run filters. I don't want
Just for
carburetors
safety.
to
Yeah, we don't
plug
want to
up.
plug it up. Yeah.
So
And
once that's
the rubbers are still off the top of the carbs while we dial it in here. We being not me.
let's hear it.
Original rims and new tires. What size are the wheels and tires on something like this?
I think they're 2.75 by 17.
Are they 17s?
Yep, 2.75, 17 front and rear.
Yeah.
Incredibly inexpensive. Brand new tubes, new tires, everything for $100, and they look great.
I mean, it looks great. Worth the effort for sure. Should we fire it up? I think one of my favorite things about this bike is how it starts. We previewed this before, but we want to do it again. All right, hit it.
I'll do that again in case you missed it. Slow-mo.
Yeah.
No baffles in the mufflers.
Yeah, we should say that it is extremely loud.
Yeah, there were no baffles with any of the bikes or mufflers, so we're kind of looking cool and making a lot of noise.
The smell, hey? It smells fast. Let's see what it looks like moving around. It's a lovely Sunday afternoon, and that means that we probably have some people stopping in. Like Fringers. You got it, buddy?
But anyway.
What do you got there? Oh, that's Oh, nice. Let's try it on this Plymouth.
Okay. Yeah,
This could use some Dean torque.
Do you want it, man? You can
Huh?
have it.
No, go ahead.
No, do you want to keep it?
Well, I'm sure I've got one somewhere. I just don't know what happened to it. Oops. So I took the plugs out, and
We'll have less compression.
I took the plugs out. 6 of them were clean. 2 of them were rusty. So the 2 rusty holes are this one and that one. And so I put penetrating oil in those 2 holes, and I just kind of been letting it soak.
Oh, do you want to? Do you think
So-
it'll be okay to turn?
Well, I doubt it's ever going to turn, but I thought it might be worth a go. Might be worth a try. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, go for it. See, does it move at all? Oh, that's pretty tight. Okay, you're obviously able to turn it a lot better than I was. Okay,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
go back the other way.
Oh, you want to go counterclockwise?
Yeah, well, we'll just shake it back and forth.
Okay.
Right? There. Okay, now back the other way. Just, you see the play in it, right?
Yeah.
Watch it go. Go. There. Now back the other way. See what I mean? Yeah. Just back, bang, like this.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I was just gonna do this. Oops.
Okay, I can do that. Oh, there we go. Yeah. All right. Oh, sorry.
But it's not moving. Right?
Yeah, I know. It's trying to.
trying to doesn't mean anything.
Okay. Jeez, is she locked up? I mean, it's...
Well, it's obviously something stuck, right? Yeah. It's not the valves. I thought it was.
Okay.
But you know, even doing this will eventually help. Okay, well that's good enough for today.
I can keep going.
Well,
If you
what
want.
if it's filled to the top with rust? You could be there for the rest of your life, right? Like it's either going to come loose real easy, or we're putting a different engine in.
I'll leave the breaker bar here.
Okay.
That way you got something.
Here, let's.
I mean, because I'm not around all the time, but you know.
You're not around ever,
Well, lately I actually am. Yeah, you're right.
right? Yeah. See, I was just doing that. But
Fuck you, car. Okay, so it's
no more swearing in the videos either.
Oh, right.
I'm just kidding.
No, people complain though.
I don't give a.
Next step.
So next step is restore the body. Okay, call me when you're done.
What kind of engine is that?
Poly.
Poly, right.
318 probably.
I might actually have a spare for you if you want.
Yeah, well, that's cool. I want to go to Clayton's and get a fender.
Okay.
He's got a 61 four-door there.
Oh, cool,
with a fender that's not bad. So
burnt car, you said?
Yeah, the burnt car, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Very similar.
But it's got the proper 60-40 split seat, and it's got the square wheel. Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's got a nice aero wheel, right?
Oh, my God. Yes, look at that. Oh, look at the radio. Oh, my God. This is great. You have the ashtray, too?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not.
Well, we can go
it has, it's got a clock too, factory clock.
Oh, yeah, it does too. It has a clock. This car's loaded right up, eh?
It is, yeah.
Holy.
You know what I think happened? I think somebody had a Fury parts car.
Really?
Because this is Fury. This is Fury, right? I think that somebody when they fixed this car up, probably in the 70s, they used a Fury for parts, and they put the radio, and they probably put the clock and a bunch of stuff from the Fury into to get this Belvedere going. The story I got was the Belvedere was actually pretty presentable, and they clipped it with a snowplow while they were plowing the driveway or whatever.
All right.
Yeah, and the thing is, the two-door stuff is there.
Yeah, the
glass and the trim. That's all that matters.
You got the trim, you got the glass, you got the windshield. Actually, you're on your way here.
Yeah, if I had a fender,
yeah,
the bumper's poo. I might have to get a better bumper. You know, I don't really need to get it running, but I do need to get it presentable. Like, I want a fender on it, I want the bumper on, I want the grill fixed. If you put a fender on this and washed it all up, you'd have something. Oh, you know what I've got? Thought it would be fun. I've got some moldings from a Newport that would probably cover these holes.
Oh, cool.
We should jam those on there for today's. Okay, that's today's improvement tip.
Wow. We should. Oh my God.
Since we're not really feeling like doing anything particularly difficult, or what are you drinking there now?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But you told me.
Looks like something with some citrus.
But you told me that I knocked on your door in the middle of the night, and I didn't mean to.
What?
And if I did, I'm sorry.
What are you talking about? Oh fuck! You're just fucking playing.
No.
Enough with the balloon animals and get the car clean.
You guys want to see something?
Fuck! You're a sick man. Where's the rest of it?
Oh, 77.
What a good girl.
Scott hates those things. But we're going to wash this car and get her nice, because this car's a real wicked awesome car. So let's get that done.
All right, let's have a look.
So let's...
Right.
Yeah, team tidy. Okay, well we only got like an hour of sunlight, so.
Yeah. Man, I got hurt at work today, buddy. I'm fucking fucked.
Yeah.
Hard to walk or do anything, man.
Very good girl, Crankers.
You really don't think so? Wait, just wait. This is really awesome. Ain't going out like that.
You're slow down.
You're fucking seriously strange. Yeah, nobody standing here polishing this piece of shit has the right to call anybody else a weirdo.
That's true, man.
This really, like, what do good people do on a Sunday?
I don't know.
Yeah, and nobody wanted it. Jim against the scrap guy.
Really, Jim?
Yeah, nobody cared, yeah. No, everybody at that auction was like, who bought that ugly fucking Plymouth Chrysler? I think people were going, who bought that ugly Chrysler?
And you were like, me.
No, I wasn't even there. And Jim's like, oh, I bought it for my buddy.
We're just like, oh, we understand, we expect.
Oh, I see.
But
Man, this car is mysterious, man.
You just throw it.
oh, it made that into 80 grit, eh? Oh, 40 grit.
Fuck it.
Jesus.
Wow. Hot.
Just rinse it out. Christ, whatever.
Okay, we're gonna watch the guys. I think they're gonna work on some stuff here. It's pretty cool. We're gonna check this out and see what's going on with these guys. All right. So stay tuned. Okay. Actually, they're gonna start right now. Are you guys starting?
Yeah, let's do it. We're doing it right now.
Okay, we're doing it now. I don't know what's. Okay, Frankers. No, it's okay. We cleaned up this old Plymouth. That's so cool. That's looking wicked, eh, guys? Hey, wicked. Plymouth Town. Wish we get a fender for it. Look at guys, she's getting cleaner every day. Not every day. Oh, you guys, hold on a second.
Jesus.
Okay, we're good. We'll clean these moldings up.
This is the car that I put the windshield
What?
in the Belvedere. Yeah, same car. So this car was sitting in his yard getting scrapped, and I just grabbed everything I could in one afternoon, which was the headlight, the doors, a few other things.
The old Cyrus of
Now I
this.
can use those handles for the Fury. I can,
Hey?
you know, a few of the hinges maybe.
Yeah, it's got food.
I got some pieces and bits I can use. They're not correct, but it's better than the holes. And these moldings are just sitting in the scrap pile.
For sure, for sure.
In keeping with our sketchy used car lot theme, we like to employ the techniques.
Yeah.
The sketchy
From a different model and year of
which
car.
is, get something that's
She kind
and
of
you're
worked.
like, you know what? You can just walk right past that, right?
Oh, actually, looks kind of good.
And it looks just fine. It doesn't matter
Well,
at
actually,
all, but it's,
Yeah.
you know what? It's the same width, and it'll use the same
yeah.
clips, and it'll slide in the same holes.
Oh.
And this stuff's just sitting around going in the garbage.
God,
Look
that's-
at that. That looks terrible. This, much nicer.
Everyone loves these, man. Oh, this is great. Yeah, stay tuned.
These up then.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. What do you think, buddy?
Oh man, that's so cool. 4-door trim,
Yeah, it's from a, I think from a Windsor
61.
2, yeah. But same width, and yeah, I had those doors in the barn forever. And I had this windshield in the barn forever too. And it all ended up on the same car. That's pretty cool. Oh, thanks, man. That's looking really good in there.
Right.
Oh, that's good. It's good to get all that clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff
Hate the shit.
kind of bugs you, right?
Yeah.
Look at how nice that is. Look at that, eh? That thing,
Tidied up pretty clean, isn't she?
it looks a lot better, eh?
Man.
is a regular contributor.
Same old shit.